Hi. In the last video, we have seen how to create simple GUI for login page and using. Uh, Hi. In the last video, we have seen how to create simple login page using string in Java. So this GUI we have created in the last video we have seen. So this is the code I'm just showing to you. So here we have just defined the action perform method. Also we have validated the username password with the static or here by writing the username and password user id. If user id is visible and password is like 12345, and then this will show a welcome message, otherwise it will show an invalid username or password. Like we are showing just username. If I am writing here Vijay and password is 1234, so it will show an invalid username and password. If I write Vijay1 and the password is 12345, so it will log in. Welcome. Okay, so this is we have seen in the last video. Now in this video we have to validate the username or password with the database. So how we have to connect or how we have to pass the value from the database for the username and password, and then how we have to compare these values, then we will see in this video. So in order to connect the database, I'm here using the MS Access database. So to connect the MS Access database, here I am showing in my directory. So database file, you can see. So this is the database which I have created. You can see with the name of Banet. Okay, so there are two tables, student. So this is nothing. So this is a student one is the table. Here three are the field, and these are the entry. How we have to create database, we will see this in the next video, but currently I am just showing the connection, how we can pass the value or validate the username password from the database. So in order to connect this database, we have to use connection establishment uh, code. So it should be written in the constructor function, because we are just calling the constructor function from the main method. So first constructor function executed, and at that time we have to connect the database. So I have already written that code. I am pasting. I will explain what is inside that code. So this is the code for database connection. Just you can directly copy and paste that code. That will work. What is inside? I'm writing these statement inside the try block, because if database is not connected, then this statement throw an error. Here connection is a connection variable. So here we have to define the connection variable, static connection con. So in order to use connection class, we have to import the SQL package. So I am importing SQL package here, and then you can see this is a statement for connection, establishing connection from the database. So we have to use driver manager class, and the CAD connection is a method of this class. You can directly use. Here you can specify JDBC, and you can access this is the actually libraries we are using in for establishing connection. How we will do that, this explain in the next video. So directly writing this code, you specify your path for database. This is actually path for database, and this is the database name actually. You can see this is the database name banet.acv. You can see this is the banet database name actually. Here it is given. Okay, so here we have specified this code, and now if connection is not established, then it will throw an exception. So this statement is just written for exception. And now how to execute query? In order to execute query, we have to write statement, or we have to use a statement. So in order to use statement, I am just uncommenting this line, static statement. So you can write query like connection dot create statement, and result set you can use. So result set I am again using result set as RSTU. So you can write the query like statement this. So this is a select extract from student one. This is actually a table in the database of Banet. So here I am not using actually query or not creating any statement. So the statement and query will be executed or created when we click on the login button. So here we are calling. clicking on the login button, you have to go inside the action perform method here. So here if we click on the login button, then we have to fetch the respective value of username and password from the database. To fetch this value, we have to create the query for it. So I have already written that query. I'm just writing here uh, this query. So these statements should also be written inside the try block. So directly I am putting here. This is the query statement. So you can just write inside the try block. So try block is closed and define the respective catch block. Okay. So I'm directly copying pasting the catch block code. This is the catch block statement. Okay. So now writing this as a invalid, whatever the statement you want to write in the catch block, you can write. I'm writing here invalid username. If the username, we are checking the database according to the username. If the username is not found in the database, then it will show an invalid username, or username does not exist in the database, like that. So here I am creating a statement and now executing the query. Select tested from student 1 where user ID like user. So user ID is the field in the database. This is the same as given in the database. It should be same. So like user we are providing, we are taking the text, we are using the text given in the field, text field or username field. So that we are executing query, and this iteratively execute this query and search in the table for the username. If username is found, then that particular row is selected. If that row is selected, then we have to pass the value from that row for the password. If row is matched, then we have to pass the value for the password. So in order to pass the value from the password, we can use two methods. Like just I am directly pasting PA. PA is the variable. So I am updating this password as a password field. So this is actually password field, name of the field is specified in the database, or name is the other field. So two values we have extracted, or two column of that row we have extracted from the database, PA and NAM name variable. So now we have to compare these PA and NAM or username. So username is just user ID. And it is user.1. We are comparing, so we cannot use here. We can directly use user. If username is directly matched, so there is no need to use user ID additionally. And then password we are using PA. If password is equal, then it will show an welcome message with the name variable, whatever the name variable we have passed. If username or password does not match, then it will show an invalid username and password. So now we have to see. This is our database. You can see there is a first name Vijay and password is 0 and name is blank. Second is Vijay1 and password is 1 and name is Vijay, and so on. These are the name of the database, you can see given in the database. So now I am executing this program. You have to see. Okay. So now see. First I'm providing incorrect username, like username Vijay. This is username, and I'm clicking on the login button. So it will throw an exception because username is not will not be found in the database. So it will show an invalid username. Okay, and then after it will show an invalid username and password because we have not matched invalid username or password. Password we have different, so it will again show an error. So you can see invalid username. Okay, invalid username. Now I am providing correct username Vijay 1. So valid username as given in the database. This is a Vijay and the password is 1. I am providing incorrect password 1, 2, 3, 4, and then checking. It will show invalid username and password. Okay. So now I am providing correct password, that is 1. So now we have to see password is correct one, and then we have to see value. It will be patching the value from comparing the value from the database. So this is now correctly working, and correction is establishing from database, and we are fetching the value from the database. Vijay is the name that is fetched from the database. You can see in the name variable using this method. So if I click on this, then you can see program is completed due to, and the frame is hidden due to the set visible false method. Okay. So now in the next video we will see how to create a database using MS Access, and how we have to additional things we have to do for establishing a connection with the database. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching.